Hello, Northview. So glad to be joined today by Julian Newman. Julian is a wonderful partner with Northview Public Schools and has been over the past 4.5 years. Many of you already know Julian, but some of you may not. So I'd like Julian just to say a few things about himself as well about his company, Culture Creative.
Thank you, Superintendent. It's really great to be with you today. I have a company called Culture Creative, and our tagline is beautiful together. And that comes from the mentality that says we are more beautiful together than we are siloed and separated and polarized. Our company is really focused on that. And so we help individuals and organizations, school districts like yours, help create atmospheres where every person, and in this case, student, can achieve the highest level of their human potential.
And Julian, you mentioned so many things that have just so much appreciated about you. And at Northview, you have really come alongside of us to help us to make practical gains in making sure that that's how every person in Northview feels. One of the ways that you've done that is you've helped us with our cultural bandwidth. Can you explain what cultural bandwidth is?
Cultural bandwidth is really an idea that we came up with that is rooted, or the concept is early internet based. And so over the course of time, as fiber optics and bandwidth has increased and mobile technology is now available to us at exponential levels, we can talk, we can tweet, we can watch video, we can do all these amazing things. And so we all have a cultural bandwidth within us. Our organizations have a cultural bandwidth. And the more expansive the bandwidth, we're able to navigate difference at a higher level. Over the course of the last 4.5 years, we have had opportunities to be able to expand our bandwidth through conversations, through training opportunities for administration and teachers, through those conversations with teachers and students, giving space for us to say, this is my unique story, this is my unique journey, and how can we partner together to overcome so many of the challenges that we all face in this polarized moment.
What are some of the things that you think could be a possibility in our partnership together to continue to build our cultural bandwidth?
We have to create comfortable spaces to have uncomfortable conversations. The tension of the pandemic, both racial and health, created this tension, and we're all walking around, or we're engaging the world with almost like holding our breath. And so there has to be spaces where we exhale and say, man, that really unsettled me. That made me afraid. I wasn't comfortable saying anything because I didn't know what to say. It's okay for us not to know. It's okay for us not to have the answer. It's okay for us to get it wrong before we get it right. But in order for us to navigate that and still expand our bandwidth, to increase our ability to navigate difference, we have to be able to have safe spaces to be vulnerable with each other.
I think one of the real important things you've helped me understand is that I can value someone and have that intent. If I don't have the knowledge, then that intent goes to waste, or that intent is not seen. And so the conversations that I can have with you and that I can have in our administration team with your facilitation help me to understand, to build my own cultural bandwidth, so that intent of making sure that everyone does feel like a part of Northview becomes a reality for all students.
There's a phrase that we've used in our trainings and some of our conversations at Northview is, you don't have to be one to stand with. That may not be my story. That may not be my background, that may not be my experience, but I don't have to have your same experience to be able to stand with you in your experience. And if we can do our best on a day-to-day basis to remember to walk that out, I believe that our community would be an even more beautiful place.
Nice words. Well, Julian, thank you so very much for taking some time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Northview, for watching. Appreciate that. And as always, go Wildcats.